Welcome back to our first product roundup of the year. Hope 2025 has been treating you well. Let's dive in to see what's in store. We've got some great logos today, as well as improvements to some bread and butter features. We're starting with highlighting SimilarWeb. We've got all 6 actions in Clay. Find people filters can now go to past experiences. Find companies now sorts based on follower counts over keywords. I'll explain later. Better contact, we have another waterfall provider. We have Loom Transcripts, Bitly, and 4 more UX UI changes. This week's highlight, SimilarWeb. The real OGs know that we've had this in product for a while, but we now have all 6 actions ready to go. You can find website technologies, all the technologies that a company's site has installed on their web. Of course, we have website visits, bounce rates, traffic distribution by geography, average visit duration, and pages per visit. To use SimilarWeb, you can go to a table with company domains, go to Add Column, Add Enrichment, or directly from this blue button. Let's type SimilarWeb, and we see all 6 actions here. Let's just go with the classic website visits. We've already put in our Clay API key here, and make sure that the company domain is selected for company URL. You can also filter by devices, country, display month, along with some optional toggles for main domain only and engaged visits only. And that's good for now. It's running, and soon we'll see, boom, last updated December 30th, and monthly visits here. You can now find people filtering on their past experiences. So if you wanted to build a list of people who worked at high growth companies in the past, or outbound to people in a certain industry, you can do that right in the people table. Let's add find people. You'll see past experiences and include past experiences. Simply toggling that on, all the filters that you add up here will apply for their historical experiences as well. For find companies, we've also improved sort and added a follower filter. We used to sort based on keyword accuracy, but effectively what would happen is if your keyword was tax, a company with a bad description, tax, let's say, would show up as first, but maybe they would have 1 or 2 followers and not a very robust social profile. We found that sorting by follower count actually does a better job of raising high quality companies to the top, where they will have a robust set of data on their profile for you to enrich off of. So if you go to add, find companies, now in the first company tab, you will find minimum follower count. So maybe it's 10, maybe it's 1,000. And when you pull a list of companies, let's say software development, let's limit it to 50. Pretty much does the job. You can see the sorting at play here. We have Google, Amazon, LinkedIn, Microsoft at the top. Very intuitively, the companies with the most followers. But imagine this applied to SMBs or lesser known industries as well. Next up is Better Contact, an email and mobile waterfall provider. Happy to have them on board. Some unique aspects of Better Contact: you only pay for valid verified results, no charges for failed searches or invalid data. They run algos in the backend to help you find non-standard formats and region-specific contact information. They also optimize provider selection sequencing on the back end based on geography and industry. Multi-layer verification is included at no extra cost, and catch-all verification for emails and carrier validation for phones. Let's go to Add Column, Add Enrichment again, Better Contact, and we have Find Mobile and Find Work Email. Let's scroll down to Configure. The person's name is going to be my name in the column name. You can also put in company name. The domain should do the trick. Yeah, let's just run it. And we're awaiting callback, like me on a Friday night. I'm gonna pause real quick. And we're back. That took a few minutes, but it did the job, and that is my email. Please don't email me. Next is Loom Transcripts. You know them, you love them, and now you can take their transcripts out in Clay. We can simply add enrichment, go to Loom, and transcribe Loom video. The URL, we're going to map that to this column I created called Loom, and we can continue to add fields. It's just the transcript. And let's run this 1 row. Now it's running and it's done. Let's look at the copy, add as column. I'm excited to see what use cases y'all think of for this. I could see myself using this to transcribe a whole folder of looms internally so that I can put that into an LLM and then have it spit back out a summary when I'm ramping up on a new function or something. Next is Bitly, another great utility. You can customize your long URLs. You can add them to different groups, select domain, and customize the slugs. It does need an API key, which I have not gotten, but let's look at how we do it. Go to Bitly, customize link. Here you can select long URL. So let's just use this Loom for now. Once you hook up the API key, you should see different groups and different domains that you have. The custom slug option here as well. I could totally see having a list of UTM links that I want to drive traffic to, and then having custom campaign, custom channel specific slugs that I would then algorithmically put in to generate new shorter URLs. Let's move on to our UX UI changes. First, we've added AI into the Discover tab of the enrichment panel. So if we want to add enrichment, we see these categories, click into AI, and now you can see all the different commonly used AI functionality within Clay. Easy to discover new utilities and use cases. Clay.new shortcut and folder organization. You knew this was coming. If I type Clay.new, just like Sheets.new for Google Sheets, it generates a brand new Clay table. But the issue there was that your workspace then gets cluttered with dozens of fresh tables that no one knows where it belongs. Now we've added a step where you can name new custom table, short description, and then pick the folder that you want to save it to. So let's say Peter, I can save it to that folder. Hope that solves your headache of organizing tables after the fact. UI improvements to the template library. It's become easier for you to search. If you want to add a table and start from a template, you can look at some of the available templates here for starting your tables. Let's say we want to start with inbound-led enrichments. You can select that, check out what it might look like, and then add to workbook. Boom, check it out. It's got a lot of the wiring built in already. There's metadata, there's CRM integration, enrich company, revenue range, some scoring, and some LLM content creation. Auto creation of Clay app accounts. This is for the self-referencing Clay API keys that you might have had to generate manually. Now, if you open up an enrichment and write to other table, it'll generate a key for you. That didn't exist before. And if you go into the settings where you can track all your API keys that you generated, it will show, yeah, thanks, Brett, this API key that was generated for you. Thank you as always for watching the entire product roundup. With any questions, I will see you in Slack. I will see you in our docs, and you can email us at support@clay.com. Otherwise, I will see you on the feed. Bye.